Okay, so I'm back from the shop. Somebody's parking their trolley and wondering why I'm talking to myself in the car. EB Games. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. We're just peaking here in Western Australia, so sorry about that. So, EB Games. I don't film staff and people in shops and stuff because that all gets a bit messy. You're meant to get permission and stuff like that. But what I have to say is, look, the moment I saw her, so she took my details, said, yep, we got the pre-order. So a young girl, obviously, as they always are in these shops, and then she goes out the back, and then I see her walking back across the shop with my box in her hand. That was exciting, and I know a lot of people don't get that. I know a lot of people don't get this. They think, well, if you've already got Amigas, real things, you don't need one of these. Part of what I'm paying for, and I know I'm paying for it, is the excitement of buying a brand new Amiga in the shop again. Love it. So one of the things you get over here, I think most jurisdictions get this little floppy disk, USB adapter. So that's that. But the main item itself, there we go. And look, after 30 years, I don't care what you think, this is cool to be walking into a shop and buying an Amiga. That is just brilliant. That is just, it's an Amiga. And look, I'll do this again. If they do a Maxi, I'll do it again. Don't tell the wife, but I'll do this again. Watch everybody else's videos if you want to see what the actual thing is like. The ones you want to watch, and I'll put links in the description. Perifractic Retro Recipes, fantastic. I don't care if you're into his style or not. He covers the A500 Mini really well. And the other one to watch is Dan Wood. Dan Wood goes through the whole thing, including getting Workbench working on it. It doesn't so much show you how, but just that it can be done. And he'll probably do a future video on how. Yeah. Fantastic. I've got an Amiga again from a shop. Love it.
Hey. So, yep, I've just got back from the shops. You would have seen the pickup footage there. Let's have a better look, shall we? At what we got in the bag. EB Games over here have partnered with Zing that do, you know, all the collectibles, pop culture rubbish. Not interested in any of that. But what we are interested in is what's in here. So let's get them out. And plop that there. And other than the receipt, there's nothing else of interest. So that's what they give you over here. I'm not sure what they're doing in other countries. I assume it's the same. But you get a little USB stick there that looks like a floppy. So that's cool. And obviously that's for putting your WHD load stuff on if you want to. If I don't use it on this, then that will actually, I've been looking for a stubby to put in my Gotek for the Amigas, for the actual Amigas. So that would be perfect for that in my view. And then we've got the thing itself. Now I wasn't going to put together a video this quickly on it, but at the end of the day, I want to use it this weekend. So I need to quickly unbox it, and then we'll set it up where it's going to go, and we'll go from there. Before we get into this, I just want to have a bit of a reality check here, right? Okay, first and foremost, I loved the experience of going into the shop and buying this, buying an Amiga. Seriously, when she brought it out, it was exciting to see my A500 that I pre-ordered being brought to the counter for me to finish paying for it and to take it home. Boxed, brand new Amiga. That's great. And I'm not joking. If they do a Maxi, I will do that same experience again, but the experience will be tenfold. That's really cool. I know that, because I already have some preconceptions about this, there are some that I think it's going to do what I want it to do perfectly well, okay? And everybody's different. There are also some things that I think potentially could have done better, so it'll be interesting to have a look at those and see if I'm right. But I'm just going to preempt some comments. So the reality check is this. By this point, if you're going to buy one of these, you'd have bought it. And if you're not, then you won't have done. And that's absolutely fine. So don't use anything that I say in this video as an excuse to say, oh, well, that's it. That's why I'm not buying one. You weren't going to buy one anyway, and you know that. So I'm not saying don't have your own opinion or don't voice your own opinion. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying don't bullshit. Don't tell me you're not going to buy it because of something I've said. You would have already bought it anyway. People that are going to jump on this are going to jump on it, and some people are going to jump on it the first time they hear about it is because they see it on the shelf. Now that brings us to something. No, I'll do that in the outro. Let's get into unboxing. I hate unboxings, they're stupid. So let's just get this over and done with. How do you get into this? How do you... Oh, I haven't got anything to open. Oh, is it already? Can I do it with my thumbnail? Bugger. This is why I hate unboxings. I know what to do it with. My Halo sword. Let's unbox this with my Halo sword. Has anybody else ever unboxed something with a Halo sword? I don't think so. This is not going to go well, is it? Why did that... Oh, well, that worked. I unboxed it with my Halo sword. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, no, actually, before we actually open it, let's just have a talk about the things that matter. Yeah, we know what the front looks like. No AC adapter included. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We'll find something. Let's have a look at the back. WHD load, everybody knows that's on there, so that's supported. ADS are not supported, at least not at the moment. Why these games? Why so few games? Because they have to be licensed. The amount of people that don't get that, it's a retail product. You can't just bulk load it with every game under the sun because that's illegal. I don't make the rules. These people don't make the rules. The rules are the rules. So get over it. And on that, Cluento, so it has the fully licensed ROMs because again, they're under copyright. They are licensed. If you want to sell it in the shops, this is how you do it. If you don't like that, well, suck it up. That's how the world works. Right, let's have a look inside. There we go. Oh look, everybody's done an unboxing. Let's get this done with. There's that many unboxings. Watch the other videos. Watch Dan Wood. Watch what's his face. We'll come to how big this is in a bit. Manual, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's seen this. It's not what I'm here for. I just want to get it unboxed so I can actually play with it. And I know somebody will moan if I don't do it on video. There we go. That's those. Get those out. Boom. There's the mouse. Yep. There's the HDMI cable. Got one of them. And there's the controller that everybody hates. Well, suck it up. So that's everything you get in it, including the manual. Beautiful. Let's get on with it. Before we plug it in, I will talk about one thing, and it is what I hinted at earlier. Okay, SD card. I think this is, and to be honest, this is my only gripe. How easy would that have been to make it so that the floppy drive is an SD card reader and that's where you load your games? However, I don't think all is lost. I think that would be an easy modification to make, and I'm sure somebody will do it. So, yeah, whatever. Small gripe. Personally, I'd take one of these, reroute it, put an adapter in there inside, psht, job done. Easy peasy. Power light lights up. And in theory, my TV will come on, but maybe not. So I better find the controller. Ooh. See? Wireless. Would have been so nice. At Games did it with the flashbacks. There's an option for wireless controllers on that. Give me wireless controllers, guys. See, I'm the opposite of what most other people want. Why am I picking up my sunglasses? Everybody else is saying, I want a keyboard and stuff like that. I'm the opposite. I'm going, I just want wireless controllers because this is the perfect scenario for it. Right, here we go. Done that. English. Now, I do like this. I do like the whole workbench look and feel to the menus. Well done. Little thing, and this is just me, the noises it makes sound a bit Wii, Nintendo Wii. Personally, I'd have liked none of that. I would have liked the sound of the tank mouse. It would have been easy to grab a snippet, so when I click on stuff, instead of that pop, a tank mouse click. Little tank mouse or double click. Would have been fantastic. Software updates. Right, English, next. Probably. Run television test. My television's fine, don't mess with it. What? I don't. Fine. Yes. Right, there we go. What sort of games am I going to be interested in playing mostly? Stuff like that. Alien Breed would be great. Another World. Yeah, all-terrain racing. Battle Chess not so much. I'll play that on the Amiga on the desk. That's not what this is for me. Stuff like Chaos Engine, definitely. And stuff like Worms, definitely. Supercars 2, absolutely. Stunt Car Racer, yep. But Speedball 2. For me, this is for social gaming. This is for actually trying to encourage my wife and my boys to actually have a go at Amiga gaming in a casual way. So this is the big TV in the house. I'll probably this evening actually take it through to the smaller lounge on a slightly smaller TV, a 42-inch, and play some. I'll tell you what we'll play, because my wife loves it. Some pinball. So one of the things we first played when we met, Worms was one, Pinball Fantasies was the other. She actually loves that. Pinball Dreams, I'm sure I'll be able to get her on board with that. That would be great. Things I kick off. You know how much I love F-16 Combat Pilot. That will be a separate video in its own right. Does F-16 Combat Pilot even work? And that will be an interesting one. So we'll do that next week. Before I jump into any of these games, I just want to do something else. So I want to plug in a second controller and see if it works. So what I want to see, mainly because I want to know for two-player gaming, is it going to work? Have they followed standards? Is it going to work with something like this cheap-ass SNES copy controller that's USB? So I'm not sure if it's happy having things just hot swapped, but I'm going to try. So that's plugged in. Well, that's working. That appears to be working. So in theory, not sure about the button mappings. We'll find out as we go forward, but that's working. Let's try Pinball Dreams, because then I'll know straight away if the shoulder buttons are working. Cable's a bit short on this though. Yeah, looks like all the button mappings. That to me looks like all the button mappings must be working then. I think there must have been exit. Oh, it takes me back to here, okay. Look, SD card slot in the side of the flashback. Funny, the flashback really is a good comparison. Right, here we go. Ah! How bad did I do? Let's just swap controllers back again. Which port was I in? I don't know. That one seems to work.
Okay, so I just want to see, I know that is about the same length. That is about the same length. Yeah, it is. So look, just want to see for my usage case, let's put you guys over there, how far away can I get from the TV? Not that far. So where have I got to sit to enjoy my casual gaming? So in this room, for my casual gaming, I've got to sit about here. Which in, you know, I'm being blunt here, that's not ideal really, is it? So maybe it will sit in the other lounge, which is fine because we're going into winter and that's where the fireplace is. And that will work in the other lounge. That's why we call it the small lounge. This is a big room. But yeah, so either, like I said, I'm the complete opposite of everybody else. Everybody else is, I want a keyboard and I want a joystick. And I get that. But for the kind of gaming I have intended to use this for, I just want to sit on the couch. I want to plug this in instead of my PS4 or my Xbox 360. And I want to sit on the couch and I want to play Pinball Fantasies. Longer USB cables, that would be nice. Or a wireless option would be, that would be perfect. Right, let's move the regular mouse out the way. And I'm not going to unplug it around the back, I'm just going to do this. And this is really what it's about. I could have just bought this as well, you know, this is a separate thing. Obviously I wouldn't drape it down here. I would plug it in the back, but that's fine. Now obviously it's got no scroll wheel, we know that. I'm just going to drape that round there just so the cable's going in the right direction. So, and I'm using an Amiga mouse in Windows. That for me. Oh, that's fantastic. No scroll wheel, but we know that. And now look, watch. Here we go. This is what it's about. Let's go into... Let's go on Amiga 500. .2 should be 1.3. 1.3 is the Workbench of Kings. Could do it already. Look, I'm using a tank mouse. So look, whether you like emulating with Pi or Windows or whatever, look, if you don't want to buy the A500 Mini, but you do want to have a more authentic experience in your other forms of emulation, highly recommend just picking up the mouse. What a fantastic thing. Here we go. Oh, it is Workbench 1.3. Look at this. I'm using Workbench. And I'm using a tank mouse. And there's my right click. Let's format a disk. Disk, and it's like, I'm not really going to format that. It's just an image anyway. That is really cool. That is that. That is that. And look, I just want to demonstrate something. You know, people are also saying, well, should have been bigger, what have you. Because actually, look, if you look at it, it's the same size. It's exactly the same size as the original. So, yeah, I don't see a problem. Okay, I just had to fiddle with the lighting because I don't want to give a false impression here. But my A500, if I do so myself, is in exceptional condition. Okay, the coloration is really good. So this is a really good. It spent most of its life in a box, is my understanding. So let's just make some comparisons here. Here's the two mice next to each other. This actually looks, on my one, the mouse, my original mouse, looks a tiny shade lighter, I must say.
than this. This is almost a tiny shade darker. Now, Commodore were a little bit inconsistent with their plastics that they use, plus it may have actually been hard for them to get a good example to take their colouring from. So there's the mouse comparison, and I dare say the same thing is probably true of the Amiga itself. Yep, very, very close. Almost indistinguishable in colour. Oh, look, it is smaller. Must have been the perspective. So, there we go. So, look. There it is. There's the A500 Mini. If it's for you, then great. If it's not, then that's also great. As you can see, I have an original. You can't see because it's behind the battle station. But I have an original 500. In fact, I have a box Batman pack. I have a fully loaded and accelerated A1200. This will sit permanently plugged in to the television. That's its use for me for casual Amiga gaming on the big screen. That's its only function, and that's why I bought it. The mouse, as I said, will probably get permanently plugged into my PC because that's just cool. But what I want to say is, ever since I got back into the things of my past, I've continuously thought, what was the catalyst? And I've mentioned before seeing videos from RMC when he did the Amiga 500 Trash to Treasure, and seeing Dan Wood's videos off the back of that, and Nostalgia Nerds videos and stuff like that, and really being swept up in this whole, and for me it was nostalgia driven roller coaster ride of emotion, and it's been fantastic. But what I keep thinking about is, why did the algorithm randomly show me RMC? And I remember it was in my news feed on my phone, and it was a news story that then linked to Neil's thing. And I think it was this. In my local EB Games shop, as in it was even more local than the one I just went to today, but they've shut down now because it was a smaller store, I saw a C64 Mini on the shelf. And I was tempted to buy one, but I didn't buy one because I have no nostalgia for the C64. But it was instantly, oh, Commodore, is that an Amiga? Oh, no, wait, that's not an Amiga, it's a C64. Oh, it's not full size, but hey, that's damn cool. And I remember off the back of that thinking, I wonder if they do an Amiga. And I remember searching for that in Google. Now, I can't say for sure because it is a bit blurry. It's funny how recent memories are more blurry than distant memories, but they are. But I actually think that was the catalyst. Seeing a Commodore, well, wasn't truly a Commodore, but a computer from the 80s on the shelf in a shop in the present day, I know sent me on a searching journey, and I'm pretty sure that's why the algorithm then started feeding me stuff. And that's why I'm here today, and that's why I'm enjoying the real thing again today, because of companies like Retro Games or At Games with the Atari 2600 flashbacks. Love them or hate them, they do what they mean to do. They sell memories, they sell nostalgia. So don't hate. If you don't like it, scroll on by. But if you do, enjoy. Thanks Retro Games for making this, and for making the C64 Mini, because here I am, and it's awesome.